And then you, Coke, I think is identical. Coke being way over... Where? Here? Yes, here. Coke, 20, yeah, 40. Coke, yes, good. Give me my beautiful Coke. And then last but not least is the tar. These hold 75k each, so it's like 150 is 2 loads, but that's like, let's fill the tanks here, and we'll be good. This is 180 total. This is gonna pull in 150. That's going to be fine, I think, in the end. So you just need tar. Here comes the tar trains. Huzzah! It'll sit here and I think it bases it off of inactive stuff. Here comes all the things. Yay! It's working. Slowly but surely. And once the fuel gets in, and this sand and limestone starts voiding, everything will be pretty awesome at that point. Here's our seeds. So we've already feedback looped on the seeds enough that we're sending them out and feeding stuff now. That's convenient. Yes, and I need to prioritize that input. Yeah, we're good. We're good, and we are voiding now. We are voiding this sand and limestone. Excellent. Now, this chest is likely going to stay around this level permanently, because this is going to perpetually be voiding at the 15 per second. In fact, if I was trying to do things properly, I would probably have a second line just for the limestone, but anyway. This should all be properly producing just as soon as this gets moving. Right. This needs kickstart, and it needs water. Yeah, water's great. Water would be a fantastic idea to have in here, as well as the hydrogen. So we're not quite done yet. Just, you know, some minimal amounts of hydrogen is required here from electrolysis. Actually, why not that way? Yeah, that way is good. This produces like more than enough. Why did I do that to both? I got no idea. There. Ta-da! Just add seeds and manure. Well, where's my manure? Right, it needs water barrels. Which means I need to now actually bring in the water barrels. The water barrels. The glorious water barrels. And also this, yeah, this needs kickstart. I brought over enough Relesia for the actual buildings and not enough to get the seeds to get it going. So we need to now leave. Yes, we need to now leave. This is apparently too much. Did I not? I did a little mess up here, I think. Yeah, because it's trying to do 2 times 150, and I don't actually want that. Oop. No. That's an even bigger number. Yeah. That's better. Now it should stop once the trains go through and do their thing. All right. I think that's it for the trains. Our glorious little rainbow-ish type of thing. If only we had something that was red and yellow, then we'd have real rainbow going. All right, where's my car? Vehicle, way over here. In the meantime, voiding is occurring. Yes, that is a rock on the other side of the rock. So we're going out now to get some Relesia, and empty barrels / steel for empty barrels. That is the goal right now. Steel for empty barrels. Several hundred units of steel. Many barrels are going to be required. And yeah, a few thingies of Relesia. I do hope I prioritized the Relesia correctly. Now that I'm thinking about that. All rocks must die. Could you not? It's like, yes, I know that that's all, that those are pipes. Could we not do the same thing with the rocks as we do, or can we not do the same thing with the pipes as we do with the rocks? That'd be great. Alright, where are my flowers? Did you... Why do I have a... Well, there's my steel. Here's my flowers. Here, take some of those, and, stuff. Things. Just give me stuff in my inventory. Space. Well, that was a quick trip. A reminder that every single rock that has a health bar is a rock that I've run into with my car. Every single one with a health bar is a rock that I have hit with my car. So now that we're basically done with this after taking significantly longer than I was anticipating. I mean, because obviously that's always going to happen. It's always going to take longer than you think to wrap things up. See what would have happened had I kept going last time? See what would have happened had I kept going last time? It would have was I stuck? What? Car? Vehicle? Ugh. Alright. Let's get this actually moving now. Somehow, some way, some shape, some form. Take these things. And I am prioritizing correctly. That'll send those in, and then it's just waiting on the non-existent manure, which the manure will begin to exist just as soon as I get some barrels. Glorious barrels. Where is my barrels? Barrels. We'll start with 500 and go from there on that thingy. There is one more spot that needs barrels. How do you get the first Relesia? Oh, that is a question. give me like a second here to get this going. So the first releasia comes from... That is not the proper releasia. The first releasia is made in a botanical nursery out of a codex and a DNA sample and biosamples and cDNA. And yes, Pi Alien Life is live, Scooter Jack. It is available to absolutely everyone. It is live. Go download it. It's 4 separate mods. It's the code plus 3 graphics mods. So yes, Alien Life is absolutely live. Go start downloading and play it. It's a lot. There's still... there are bugs. There are bugs. I mean, there's things that I've already pointed out. There's things that others have pointed out. But is it crashing? I don't think so. Yes, 3 graphics mods, because it's so much space for the mod portal. The mod portal has a size limit on the mods that you upload, and yeah, the graphics require 3. Yeah, it needs. So the question was on the first release. Yeah, this is your first release. Yeah, botanical nursery out of a codex, which is circuits and glass and tin and lamps. Which at the time that you make these, I think you might be doing handcrafted circuits. The DNA sample requires a data array. It's a codex and 100 red science and a steel chest. So the Relesia is simple enough. He's yet to get any crash reports. Yeah, that wasn't caused by someone trying to smash incompatible mods together. Yes, that is true. As I was about to get into saying, yeah, the only crashes that have happened have been because of people using other overhauls with the Pi suite. So, yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, as I had said, this was going to be stable. I said this would be stable, right? Because it's technically approximately 15 of the stuff that needs to be voided, 15 per second, and then this is voiding actually the full 15 per second. So actually, this is going to very, very slowly decrease the amount of sand in here. And as you can see, it's getting rid of all the limestone. Very, very slowly, all of the sand will disappear in here because it's ever so slightly less than 15 per second versus the full 15 per second that gets voided here. Yeah, Infantryman had an issue with other mods that were causing some things. It looked like some other mod was trying to add some fake plant. That was the issue there, Infantryman. Something. There was a duplicate. It was Bob's ores. Yeah, so there was something that was duplicated, most likely. That would be my initial impression, is some sort of duplication thing causing that error. I mean, Scooter, there's... Oh, hey, we've got the manure going, and we've got the Relesia moving now. Yay! It's moving, and it's positive feedback looping at the moment. Can you reduce the noise of robots? To reduce noise of robots, set environmental sounds really low. Really low. Environment sounds. That's the thingy for robots to kill robot noises. Environment sounds. And you can do it in the code as well. Yes. King Arthur is apparently... He said he was going to fix the sounds with the robots. Don't know how that's going. As for incompatibility list, consider every overhaul incompatible. Consider Bob's incompatible. Consider Angels with Bob's incompatible. Consider Space Extension incompatible. Consider Space Exploration incompatible. Consider all of it incompatible, and you'll be fine. Even though there are some pieces of Bob's that are compatible. Things like the modules. Bob's modules, I think. Bob's enemies is fine. Don't do Bob's ores. Why would you do Bob's ores? That makes no sense. Just there. King Arthur does a compatibility mod that will eventually be updated that will allow you to have those other things, but just wait for the compatibility mod to be updated. So King Arthur apparently did fix it, and it just needs to get included in the code. I'm assuming that King Arthur, that wasn't the only thing that got left behind with the other stuff. Yeah, saying that he did it at work and forgot to upload the changes and didn't work again until Wednesday. Yeah, and don't work again until Wednesday. So yeah, I'm assuming that the fix for the robot sounds, the farm situation, all that, those changes probably also on the work computer. I'm gonna make that leap of logic and say that there are things besides just the sound fix that were left behind. Anyway, so this is moving. We're just waiting on the actual backup here for the Elysia to come in to actually feed the first food that'll start feeding the actual Ulric corrals. In the meantime, we're getting cages going. And remember, with the cages, the way that the cages will work is that this will operate 100% of the time to offset the loss of 20% of the cages from the Ulric line. And just seeing that this is not behaving the way that I was anticipating it to behave, so we actually do need to adjust a little bit on this. I was hoping that I could do things in that way, but no, of course not. We can't have nice things like that. Some buildings will share the steam like that, others do not, so looks like the automated factories will not have the steam passed through. That is very sad. The clay pits, though. Clay pits pass through the steam just fine. You can... Where are my clay pits? I've got clay pits. They exist. They're somewhere. Clay. Yeah, so the clay feeds the steam. It passes through just fine on the clay pits. That's why I can build like this. I just have the one pipe inputting steam, and it just shares the steam all the way down. There are a few instances where it does get shared like that with fluids, but it's a little inconsistent. It's a little inconsistent. So I'm just sitting here and watching this because I want to see my first Ulrics being produced, and we're not actually done. We're not actually done yet. This will take a while to get going, just because we're making caged Ulric. We need to uncage the Ulric and fill every single one of these remaining 70 some odd 73 Ulric corrals with 6 Ulric each. We've got 2 with 6 and 1 with 2. So, yeah, things. All this needs is the food now to feed in, and we'll be good. This also needs a lot more barrels. when operating at max. It will need a lot more barrels, and I'm sure over here we need, are all of these functioning? Yes, all of these are functioning, so that 500 barrels was enough. That's surprising. That's very surprising. That 500 barrels was enough to provide enough throughput there. Yay. I highly doubt that the 500 is enough to provide the throughput to all the Ulric, so we've added another 500 here. Basically what I'm looking for is having barrels all the way at the end that are starting to back up. That's the key that I'm looking for. It's food! There's the food. We're moving. We're moving. Food, the Ulric food, non-zero Ulric food. It's happening. And there's our first caged Ulric. The first ones. The very first caged Ulric. Now it's all about uncaging the Ulric. Now, the key here is that caged Ulric stack to 500. The uncaged Ulric stack to 10. Stack to 10. Mining drones mine the bioreserves. That's interesting. Do they take in the, do they require the biosamples? Do they require the biosamples? Still, the collectors, the fuel. The fuel is what I'm specifically asking for, because if they take the fuel, then it's fine, and that's balanced. It should be 1-to-1. Speaking of which, the actual harvesters, the collector building, mining speed is 0.2, and the consumption is 200 kilowatts, so it should still be 1-to-1. Just normally. And I can see that I actually have a... How am I... Okay. I am apparently backed up on my fuel for these. So I can add more harvesters. I can have more build-up. We'll be building setups for these things a little bit later. So yeah, consistent supply of food is excellent. We just need more Relesia. More Relesia is required. That is the limiting factor here. Go into the mods.lua and change the stack size. So every single one of these modules of animals has a stack size of 10. Every single one modules of these module animals across the board, stack size 10. Like that's the unfortunate part. It's stack size 10 across the board. It's very, very sad. Anyway, you get filled now. So now we have faster output. Glorious faster outputs. Uncage all the Ulric. We need cage release, yeah. Ha ha ha. So there's totally this thing called the Crydrin that's been added. You might want a cage for the Crydrin. It's a little shop of horrors plant. Just, you know, it's a little shop of horrors plant. I do hope everyone's cultured enough to have seen that movie I hope the people around here have some degree of culture and have actually seen that movie. Wait, which one? I think it's called Krydrin. Yeah. This guy. This little guy. Yeah, this little thing. The Venus flytrap that eats Arthurians. That eats all Arthurians. Yeah, this little thing. This beauty. I could make you. If not for Crydron Mark 1 requiring Pi Science packs, I could make this. Like, right now. I could make this right now if not for the fact that Crydron Mark 1 requires Pi Science packs to pick up that tech. King Arthur actually hasn't seen this one in the game. So the Crydron is it's a little shop of horrors plant. It's a plant with the head with the mouth and teeth and all that good stuff. Yeah, it is a little shop of horrors plant. More thingies. I mean, to me, it's an obvious reference. It's an obvious reference to me. Maybe not to others. We shall see. Oh hey, it's more. It's oh god, all the Ulric, they're coming in fast. They're coming in faster. Good. Even faster. More Ulric are required on this day. Way more Ulric. For reference, by the way, crafting speed 0.01. 0.01. If you do not want to go through the effort of making your initial sets of Ulric, you could always just let this tick for the let's see, 140 divide by 0.01 divide by 60, and again for the 3.88 hours that this would take to go through this cycle, or you know, game speed 20 million, and you can make it go a little bit faster than that. But yeah, if you want to wait 4 hours for a cycle, you can. That's not the intended way of doing things, but technically you can do that. And that applies to every one of these buildings, because they can't really have a crafting speed 0. By the way, King, you mentioned that you could stop the progression with a script. Did you ever get around to doing that? Ah, the glorious stuff here. Do we have the, we do have barrels at the end, so that is my first indication that we may have enough of the barrels, but, you know, even more barrels would be nifty. More barrels would be nifty, because we need... What I'm looking for is having a backup on the barrels when every single one of these 73 is operating with all of the module Ulric. That's what we're looking for here. Yeah, wasn't the highest priority to set up that script. Yeah, and I doubt people are going to have the sanity to sit and wait for 4 hours. Now, if you start getting people complaining about it taking 4 hours, then be very angry. Tell them to learn to play or something along those lines. Just be like L2P on any responses for people complaining that it takes 4 hours to get a thingy to move. Because I'm sure it's going to happen. Yes, that's exactly that's the whole idea behind every animal in Pi Alien Life. Every animal and every plant in Pi Alien Life. The buildings have a very, very, very low crafting speed and accept as modules their animal that increases their speed. So, in order for the building to actually move, you have to have animals slash plants for that building for it to actually do stuff. And yeah, it's a positive feedback loop. The longer that things go, the more uh, modules and animals that you get to fill in the buildings, the faster things will go. It's glorious. And how much does this produce again of the actual caged Ulric? Half per second? Oh god. I almost sneezed. And now it's passing. Okay. I was about to mute so I could do the sneeze, but now it's gone. Now I feel weird because it's gone now. What happened to my sneeze? I want my sneeze back. Body? What are you doing? I would like my sneeze back, please. Let's see how we doing going down here. Yeah, we're backing up on food. Yay, I guess. So in the meantime, this seems to be going at a decent enough clip, or rate, I should say. And we're getting non-zero amounts of Ulric. We can begin to plan out the future. Planning out the future, getting everything moving here. So, this will give us bone meal, and this will load into trains, and I guess where's my locomotives? Car? Vehicle? Where did I put my locomotives? Did I not bring any? Yeah, there they are. There's the locomotives. And it's convenient that I've got Coke here. Yay. Excellent. So yeah, this will just, fill with stuffs. What is the stack size on bone meal? That is a good question. What is the stack size on bone meal? 50. 3 per second. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to do that on these trains. And for now, it'll just sit here. Where's that? 125. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Niobium. Have I seen anything about Bioreserve working with vanilla mining drills? I haven't seen that. All I've seen thus far is that the drones, the mining drones mod is compatible. And seemingly it is pretty flawless in its compatibility. It takes the fuel in and it produces the stuffs. So, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about vanilla, normal mining drills on the bioreserves. Here's a bioreserve. If I hit Q, it brings up the collector. I'm not carrying around any mining drills on me, but I can go get one and see if I can put a regular mining drill down on top of a thingy. Let me go grab a mining drill real quick. You can't put a regular mining drill on it? Yeah, I would suspect if someone can that they're using a mod, some other mod. Actually, I would need to check because I am technically running Mark II mining drills. A mod that adds Mark II mining drills. Maybe there's an issue there. Maybe it can take higher Mark level mining drills. Maybe they're running one of the Bob's modules that adds in the increased mark levels of mining drills, and they're using increased mark level mining drills. Maybe those are able to be placed on there. I don't know. But I could potentially see that as one of the areas of failure, points of failure, potentially. Okay. Niobium! Niobium. Let us start getting to it. Niobium, salt. I have salt on my network. Ammonia. We'll need that. Organic solvent and hydrogen chloride. Joy! Beautiful things. And just standard processing chain prior to that. So. And of course, the ore itself will require refined syngas.